This podcast is sponsored by Release Winery. Every wine tells a story. Each growing season, it's our goal to create an artisan Napa Valley wine of exceptional quality. Join us as the story of this ultra-limited wine continues. Learn more at releasewinery.com.
Well, for the first 42 years in Napa Valley, I've been a winemaker. So I'm a production guy. I don't really like getting involved with, I don't mind it, the marketing aspect and the sales and promotion. I don't mind that part, but I am primarily a trained winemaker. I got my degree from UC Davis way back in 1976. If I say 76, they go, is that AD or BC? And I was fortunate to get a job at Freemark Abbey in their heyday, if you will, and it got into my blood and it stayed there ever since. I haven't made the same wine twice. I don't have no intention of duplicating anything, but try to make a consistent wine that's enjoyed by my fans and friends. That's the key, and we're blessed here in Napa Valley. We just have ideal conditions for spectacular wines, and I was trained also as a brewmaster, and I'm really glad I didn't go into that field because you try to make the same thing every day, and it's year-round, whereas we have seasons, and it's the only way to fly from my brain now. They don't cut you any slack, if you will, with making beer. That's where I learned sanitation and the importance of sanitation, that you know who the actors are when it comes to fermentations. So that part instilled a sense of cleanliness and healthiness for winemaking, and I'm grateful for that. But to make the same wine every day would not be something I would be fascinated by. I get to make all the picking decisions. It's a gorgeous vineyard that we own, and then another vineyard that we buy from in Sonoma County. So it's diverse and fascinating. I get to do all the numbers, if you will, to determine acidity levels or the sugar levels or the final wines, and I'm involved with the barrel selection. That's important. But when it comes to much of the sales and marketing and so forth, that's Eric's role. He plays that well. Not really, no. I'm pretty much it. I mean, Eric is there. He'll be tasting with me and maybe nodding his head or kind of questioning that. Especially when it comes to volumes of a particular wine. We make a reserve, and it's primarily Merlot. The Merlot out that vineyard is just gorgeous, so we try to focus on that wine as much as possible. It's in St. Helena on the very western edge, just at the base of Spring Mountain, and it's lovely. I'm at Ambassador Wines of Washington. I've been with them for 8 years now, and it's gotten easier, if you will, because we have a Cracker Jack team at the facility where we're making the wine. So it's I go up maybe 4 or 5 times a year and just sort of give it my blessing. But it's been a good ride, very good ride. Supposedly I retired in 2014, but I haven't really put down the reins. I've been active in the business. Really, that's what my wife said too, So I have an office in St. Helena, and I travel some, but you know, just enough to keep me spirited. No, just those two areas. I mean, we're getting some grapes for Pellet from Sonoma County, from Petaluma Gap. It's a new AVA at Sunchase Vineyard. And anytime I do some kind of a barrel auction or something over there, what are you doing here? It's like, I think Oregon and Sonoma, for a Napa guy to come in there, they just, they give you, what are you doing? Isn't that Napa? Isn't that auto parts? You know? So I'm used to that kind of treatment, and where's your passport?
I was just saying, you have a passport.
Yeah.
Nice.
But I don't get that in Washington, and I'd have to say in Europe too, but I don't do any real work in Europe. I just take advantage of of our connections. Just look up Tom Rinaldi in Google, but you have to say Tom Rinaldi Winemaker, otherwise you get the ESPN gentleman from New York, always wearing a coat and tie, and not like me. But it's funny because a friend of mine had met up with him in New Orleans, the other Tom Rinaldi, and he was asked if he'd like to meet him, and he said, sure, I'd like to meet Tom Rinaldi. He's known me for years and years. So he goes, so you're the other Tom Rinaldi. And as droll as can be, he turns and goes, oh, you mean the vintner from Napa Valley? You know, so yeah. So if you put Tom Rinaldi winemaker or vintner, then you'll find me in the Google's world.